Welcome to another edition of Highliner News. I'm Hayden.
And I'm Zoe. With the closing of Uttons on Sunday, let's recap the owner's journey.
In '84, we came to Valley City. We were living in Houston, and we knew we wanted to get back up north. So we looked at some small studios, and we saw an ad Shirlings were advertising for a manager for the studio in Valley City, and that was in '84.
So we moved up here to manage, but then within 2 years, we bought the business. And
It's been very good ever
That's where it
since.
became Dutton's Valley Gallery.
Yes.
Well, I've been in photography. That's been my life. First, I worked for a commercial photo lab for years, and then I worked for a high-volume school picture photographer. So when we came to Valley City, of course, you've got to be very diversified. You don't have any one specialty, but those backgrounds were really an asset to just developing a good portrait, wedding, school business.
Well, there's a lot of hard work, but it's the relationships that we've created over the years. 3, 4 generations that we've photographed. We're in touch with a lot of the schools. It's been very rewarding in the experiences that everyone has given us. And it's not just Valley City, it's the outlying communities that we've touched.
It's interesting how things can develop. Again, when I got into photography, you would never have told me I was going to be a portrait photographer. I wanted to do something artsy, creative, but in hindsight, it couldn't have been better. It's about connections with people, working with people, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
For Highliner News, this is Stephanie Hoffarth.
One positive thing about the cold is it provides many of us with a chance to fish.
Reporter Cal Burchell brings you the story.
Well, this past couple of years we've been open to a new challenge, and that was to try spearfishing. And so in the winters, our family, we do a lot of spearfishing now, and it's just been a lot of fun. It's something that's different from regular fishing, where you're actually cutting a hole in the ice and then spearing a northern. And again, just getting to actually see them come into the decoy and then drop that spear as a rush.
My favorite memory was probably 4 years ago when I caught a 10-pound, 10-ounce walleye on Lake Ashtabula. I had my brother-in-law there and his brother. And what was unique about it is it's a pretty big fish. It took me a while, so my brother-in-law actually came around and got the whole thing on video. So we have actual video clip of me reeling in a 28.5-inch, 10-pound, 10-ounce walleye. Yeah, Mason and I go fishing quite a bit together, my son Mason and I. He loves it, and since he was 3 years old, he's been more than willing to even catch, hold, bait up the hooks, everything like that. So he and I go fishing quite a bit. He's actually, as much as I love it, he probably loves it even a little bit more than I do, and he's always begging to go. Lately with this cold snap, he still wants to go, and I'm the one wimping out.
Ice fishing is my favorite hobby. The thing I like most about ice fishing is sitting out on the ice on a cold day in a house and being around friends and family, and obviously being able to get a line in the water, catch fish, but more importantly than that, it's just being able to have fun, laugh, tell stories, and being able to hang out.
For Highlander News, this is Cal Burchell.
With only a month left until state gymnastics, reporter Grace Meyer checks up on the team.
I think the season is going pretty great considering we only have like 5 girls that compete and Jade on floor, so that's 6.
I think this season is okay for me. Not my best yet, but as a team I think we're doing better than we were at last year at this time.
I think the season is going a lot better than last year. We are working more as a team and it's more of like a family.
I think the season's going okay. The girls definitely could work a little bit harder at practice. Some days are harder than the others, but they push through it towards the end. Individually, I think state will go good for me if I keep working hard in practice, and I hope to place in the top 2 because last year I got 3rd, tied.
I plan to qualify in all around if possible for me, and I'm already qualified in beam and floor.
For individually, I want to stay on beam and place top 15 on floor.
I think we'll have a good outcome for state considering how many girls we have. I think we'll be in top 3.
Well, I know we'll get in the top 3, but I really hope we can get in the top 2.
As a team, I want to get to like the top 2.
My expectations for state is for them to keep pushing through all the way to the end of the season and to not give up on themselves or each other and finish in top 2.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Grace Meyer.
There's a new face in the music department.
Reporter Amelia Meester brings you the story.
My name is Patrick Calvillo. I am the director of choirs here at Valley City High School. I'm originally from Walhalla, North Dakota. I grew up there, and that's where I started all of my musical adventures with my dad as my teacher. As far as doing stuff on the side, other things about me, I really like to play video games. I've built my own computer when I got back from basic and AIT for the Guard, and I really like to read. Some of my favorite books are The Ranger's Apprentice, the Aragon series, The Lord of the Rings, and then on top of that I really like to be outdoors, hike, fish, do that kind of stuff. I came from Northern State University. I was both band and choir related, so vocal and instrumental music education. I was in everything from band to orchestra, pep band, marching band, choir. I was in a student-led brass quintet group. So I've done a lot of different musical experiences. I'm also part of the 147th Army Band out of Mitchell, South Dakota. I was in the middle of student teaching down in South Dakota near Aberdeen, and I got an email one morning from my university supervisor who oversees everything that we do for student teaching, just asking us if we were interested in any of these positions that had opened up. And so I saw that Valley City was on the list, and I was looking to try and work my way somewhat back home anyways. And so I asked if they would even give me a shot, because I've still got a couple classes that I'm finishing up, and then I'll have my full degree and licensure. And so I reached out, and then that just kind of started the ball rolling.
For Highlander News, this is Amelia Meester.
Students at VCHS know all about rushing to get things done, but 5 seconds is never enough time.
Reporter Amber Knudsen introduces a new game to Highlander News.
Hello and welcome to the first ever edition of the Highlander 5-Second Rule. I'm your host, Mara Bjornson, and our two contestants today are Brooklyn Trebold and Tucker Orner. Let's get into it. The first question is for Brooklyn. Name 3 teachers over the age of 50.
Mrs. Horner, Mr. Starr.
Question number 2 for Mr. Orner. Name 3 English teachers here at VCHS.
Mrs. Shenenko. I was gonna say Mrs. Kaveen, but
No score on the board. Back to Brooklyn. Name 3 teachers that graduated from VCHS.
Mr. Hansen, Mr. Nielsen, Mr. Bushman.
The next question for Tucker. Name 3 instruments that can be found in the band room.
oh, trumpet, alto sax, tenor sax, guitar. There's more percussion.
Take the cup! I don't think you got that. I don't think you got it. Brooklyn. Name 3 lunch ladies.
Christy. I don't eat lunch here.
I haven't eaten lunch here since freshman year.
Okay, Tucker, name 3 fall sports coaches.
Coaches. Rorik. Yeah, no.
You're literally in a fall sport.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, name 3 meals we have for lunch.
Chili, mac and cheese, Crispitos.
That's good. Tucker, name 3 things you would find in the hack.
Basketball, volleyball, net.
Right now.
Brooklyn, name 3 elective classes at VCHS.
Foods, independent living, and multimedia.
Good.
Shout out to multimedia here.
Ready? Name 3 winter sports.
Basketball, wrestling, cheer.
Odd flex. Well sudden death round of the 5-second rule VCHS edition. The question is, what year was the hack built?
Right on that.
Brooklyn, go ahead. Tucker, proceed. The winner is Brooklyn with the answer of 2005, which is wrong, but it's more correct than 1975. Thank you for joining us in this edition of the Highliner 5-second rule. For Highliner News, this is Amber Knutson.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Highliner News. I'm Zoe.
And I'm Hayden.